Hello, dear friends. So I am back and I'm happy to be here with you. We're going to discuss biblical prophecies that were predicted in the Bible and came past in the Bible. So first we're going to discuss the case of Noah and the flood. God said to him, "The end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them, and behold, I will destroy them with the earth. Make thee an ark of gopher wood." And this story can be found in Genesis chapter 6, and that verse was taken from 13 and 14. Later, 120 years later, when the ark was finally completed, he said, "For yet 7 days," meaning that in 7 days, "I will cause it to rain upon the earth for 40 days and 40 nights. And every living substance that I have made, I will destroy from off the face of the earth." Genesis 7:4. Even so, it happened exactly the way that God said it would happen. Friends, read that story. It's very interesting. The story of the flood in Genesis chapters 6 and 7. Luke in the New Testament, chapter 17, verse 20 said, "The flood came and destroyed them all." And in the book of Hebrews, we read, "By faith, Noah, being warned of God of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house," and that you can find in Hebrews 11, verse 7. Friends, notice again Nahum. Nahum prophesied concerning the ancient city of Nineveh. At the height of its power and prestige, Nahum wrote, "Woe to the bloody city! It is full of lies and robbery. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock. And it shall come to pass that all they that look upon thee shall flee from thee, and say, Nineveh is laid waste. Who will bemoan her?" And that's found in Nahum 3, verses 1 through 7. At the time that Nahum spoke, it must have seemed to those who were listening that his words would never ever come to pass, because Nineveh at that time was so strong. It was a strong city. It seemed to be utterly invincible. How could such a mighty city ever become empty and void and waste, as it says in Nahum 2, verse 10? Yet, that is exactly what took place. Within 50 years, Nineveh was overwhelmed by the Babylonians, and from that moment began to fade into history. In the 7th century AD, a battle was fought between the Romans and the Persians on the very site where Nineveh had once stood. A man by the name of Edward Gibbon, in his book, The History of the Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire, wrote, "Eastward of the Tigris, at the end of the bridge of Mosul, the great Nineveh had formerly been erected. The city and even the ruins of the city had long since disappeared. The vacant space afforded a spacious field for the operation of the two armies." So friends, these two historical biblical accounts show us that God predicts future events through his prophets, and the Bible also shows that God's predictions are always correct, as he alone knows the end from the beginning. Will you join me to explore a few more biblical evidences of prophecies that were predicted by God through his prophets, and it was shown through history to have come true? These two stories that I started out with are popular stories that I think everybody knows about the flood and about the destruction of Nineveh. But it is my introduction to show you that when God uses a prophet to foretell things to come, it always happens because God is the ultimate person, the ultimate teller of the future. No fortune teller is able to tell us the fortune of the future. They guess, and sometimes they guess right, many times they guess wrong. So I hope you will come back for for my next video, because the Bible gives ample evidence of God's might and power. So God bless you all, and keep well until I make another video and put it up so that you can look at it to see the evidence of God's mighty power. Take care, God bless you, and see you next time. Bye-bye.